What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 15 of Park to Prem here with Nottingham Forest. Today we've got our second episode of our first Premier League season, and it's a double header. I figured that with us being in the top flight, we need to test ourselves. So today we've got Manchester United and Liverpool. I want to say to look forward to. They're going to be difficult games, but we'll see how we fare, and it should be a good little test for us after what's been a reasonably good start to the season. Of course, last episode we lost the opening game of the season to Wolverhampton Wanderers, but since then we've gone from strength to strength. And well, before we talk about our recent form, just a little bit of a transfer update because the window has closed. I've made one further signing. You'll never guess what position he plays. He plays centre-back, everyone. It is Dennis Hoffman, who we've signed from Fortuna Düsseldorf. We've actually signed him for £7 million, which was a relegation release clause that he had in his deal after he was relegated with Fortuna Düsseldorf. But as part of the deal, we are loaning him back to the club for 2 years. He's a really good defender. He's 20 years old. Media perceive him as a wonder kid. He's going to be loaned back to the club that he's developed at for the next 2 years. Gives him a chance to develop. Hopefully, you know, when he's 22, 23, we can reevaluate him, and he's going to be a top quality player. He already looks really, really solid, and I think for £7 million, it's a relatively risk-free investment. On the outs, though, we have made just a couple of little departures, lots of loans, but one big one worth noting, and well, it's Spider-Man. It's the Polish drill. I think Swidder was drilling Polish, but answers on a postcard if you can remember. You may remember me signing this guy a few years ago now as a bit of a punt. Last year he was on loan at Rochdale in League One. He did okay in League One, but when Crystal Palace came along and offered £8 million, I was going to quite happily take that money. He's good. He might end up being brilliant, but for £8 million, I just don't see him being that good. I feel like at 19, he looks like a solid player, but we've got plenty of attacking options, and I don't feel like we're going to miss him in any regard. Anyway, as you can see, just looking at the team's kind of current state, we're in a great spot today because everyone is fit and raring to go, and there's a sea of green in the average last 5 games ratings, and that's because we played pretty blooming well. Of course, last time out we took on Wolverhampton Wanderers. Since then, we've got a couple of wins and a draw. The first of the wins came against West Ham United, and in this game, oh my word, Steve Secker, he's very good. Some players just don't do it in the Championship, everyone. Some players just, you know, they enter the Premier League, you play them in a slightly different position, in this case, out on the right-hand side, and they shine. Yes, we demolished West Ham here, a West Ham team that had a tycoon takeover 4 years ago and are predicted to be challenging for European spots. You wouldn't know that based off this performance. Damani Grimes got us off to a flyer. Owen Ricketts, the £32 million centre mid, also opened up his goal-scoring account, as did his partner in crime in the middle, in Adrian Smith. Yes, really, really good performance this one. A little bit of a shame we couldn't hold on to the clean sheet, but our midfield ran the show, and a first win in the Premier League was very much welcome. In the very next game as well, we took on Southampton, and in this game, Amlo made his first ever start for the club. The giant German, it took him 9 minutes to get his first goal at the club in this game, coming in with a bit of pressure, perhaps the 19-year-old, a big price tag on his head after his move from Augsburg. In this game, he was great. He got us a goal. We also saw another goal from Steve Secker, who's just finding his groove, I suppose. They did pull one back that made it a little nervy towards the end. Ademola Lookman with it, but before the game was up, Finn added another, his second of the game, and 3-1 it finished. Anyway, we then took on Stoke, the team that I will never do a game against ever again this season and this series because we played them so many times. We played them again in the Cup. We can't escape them even after promotion. In this game, I did try out the 3-4-3. As you can tell by the fact it went to penalties, it didn't really work all that well. It was good to see Gary Healy and Alex Maiton get goals in this game, a rotated team. But perhaps most notably, Kursat Erk got 2 assists to his name. Yes, welcome to England, my friend. I've backed this guy quite a lot. We've spent 9.5 million on him. I do envisage him getting some semi-regular first-team football on off the bench this year in the Premier League. But in his first ever appearance for the club in the Cup, he played really, really blooming well. And well, most recently we took on Tottenham. This game finished 1-1. I'm not going to show the highlights for it, but I will show you the stats here. We completely outplayed them. On another day, we win this by a fair few goals. You can see the average ratings across the board were pretty promising for the most part. Secker, again, having an absolutely fantastic game. I did have some hesitations putting him out on the right-hand side, that maybe he wouldn't have the pace to play out on the wing. But to be honest, his smarts, his determination, his technical ability is kind of masking over any physical ability that he lacks. You can see here, 3 goals, 1 assist in 4 league games. Very, very good for him. And Adrian Smith deserves a mention as well. A player who I've perhaps been misusing in recent years. We've been playing him down the middle, 1 goal to his name, as well as 3 assists. He and Seka have really been running the show for us. And well, hopefully that is going to continue into today's matches, because they're pretty blooming tough. So anyway, we're not going to have any messing around here. We're going to get into the first game of today's episode against Manchester United. A Manchester United team who have won 4 on the bounce. It's not going to be easy. This is probably going to be an episode where we get kind of, I guess, slapped back down to reality. But we're going to go with this shape again. I am really liking this 4-3-3. I have been tweaking it slightly. Just a few extra little instructions and tweaks here and there. But I really feel like it makes the most of our team. I feel like midfield-wise, Mateus Fernandes is a really good base as a kind of defensive playmaker player who's just super well-rounded. But what I would say is Smith and Ricketts, they are really well suited to their roles in terms of as a box-to-box midfielder and a Mazzala. Very similar players, actually, when you look at a glance. But you know what? Adrian Smith is a little more physical, a little bit better getting up and down the pitch. But Owen Ricketts, he's just technically gifted. A bit more creativity, a little perhaps better on the ball, bringing it forward, carrying it from the midfield into the final third. And they've looked really good. It's great to have 2 young English players kind of forming a partnership together. I'm hoping that they're going to form, a formidable duo that's really going to carry us this year. Anyway, we are going to be starting Amlo again in this game. He's been in good goal-scoring form to start his time here at Nottingham Forest. Hopefully, the Giant is going to keep doing it for us. I have got very high hopes for him, to the point where last night I went on the Nottingham Forest club shop and discovered you could buy football shirts, the Nottingham Forest kits, for £25 here in England and get a name on the back for slightly more. I nearly bought one with Amlo's name on it, but I decided that would be applying too much pressure to him too soon. If he gets a hat-trick in one of today's games, I will go and buy the shirt and, back him completely. I did worry that if I did get the shirt, breaks his leg and suddenly it's just a player who never really was of any relevancy in the series. But we're not going to have that mentality. We're going to go to Old Trafford and hopefully do something good. I feel like with this system, with us kind of pressing and working hard, it's been really great. Defensively, I really like our defence. Obviously, Piotr is back in the team today. He was suspended for the first 3 games of the season, as we discovered last episode. He's very much found his groove early on, and well, we've got an early chance here. Roger to Seka, back to Roger in the wide area. What can he do? Could he earn a penalty? I mean, that looks like a penalty. Of course, we've got VAR now. Is this good? It's our first taste of VAR ever. This is very exciting. Get Haaland. Why are you chasing him? He's not going to not go to the screen because you're running after him, mate. I will say, United's team is absolutely scary. An early penalty would be nice, though. At Old Trafford. Is it in the box? Is it out the box? Look, here I am. I want a word with the referee. Give it, ref. It's a pen. It's not a pen. Well, it looked like a pen in 3D, didn't it, everyone? It looked like a pen in 3D. But you can just see, looking at their team, they've got Rashford, they've got Haaland, Greenwood out on the right. They've got scary players, to be honest. And their goalkeeper is a Danish regen who's in the Media Dream 11. He's better than the Wolves goalkeeper last episode. Anyway, they've got a chance here bringing it forward. Haaland header. He's quite good, isn't he, Erling Haaland? If only he'd been booked for the penalty or something. Maybe it'd all be different. I say it like it was a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. I can't argue with it. Corner taken short to Bentancur. Whipped it in. Is that to Manny Grimes? Manny Grimes, are you people watching? Are you getting starstruck by Haaland? I can't be having that here. I know we're away from home. I'm still going to get shouty. I'm still going to demand a little bit more. They've now got a set piece to whip into the box. Greenwood, back post header. Don't like that. Do not like that. Less of those highlights, please, Football Manager. More of us, getting forward. Right now, though, you can see here they're having the better of the play. It's not entirely surprising because it is Manchester United. But on the odd chance that we could get a huge upset in today's episode, I was willing to come back for this. I'm going to tell the players to show me something else in the second half. I believe in you all, boys. Come on. Come on, look at it. We've got the brighter green. It's a great team talk. But will it actually result in anything on the pitch? Got a long throw here. Sarr to launch it into the box. Samake may be under it. The keeper flosses lines, but Greenwood gets it away. as I talked about last episode, with us being a newly promoted team, I need to inch every advantage we can. And when we have players like Amlo, Samake, just absolute giants, I want to be making the most of set pieces like this one. It's whipped in, the keeper collects it on this occasion. But we're knocking on the door, we're having opportunities. We're not going to outplay them in open play, so set pieces is kind of our one time to shine. Nice volley by Roger, who is on a booking and is looking tired at right back. That does leave me a little nervous. So now with Greenwood, who dinks it over. Roger, wake up, mate. You've got Rashford behind you. It's like a blooming pantomime. He's behind you. He didn't know. He didn't know. Roger, what is that sad face for, mate? You're making me feel sad. A little bit of daydreaming, perhaps, here by the young right back. Just not aware of his surroundings. He isn't allowed to cross the road without me supervising him, and that's why. Let's make some changes here. Roger is dead. I can't believe how tired he is. I'm going to bring in... this is one of those issues where I don't have right backs on the bench. I guess we play Piotr at right back. He's not really a right wing back, and then we'll bring in Shane Antoine. Do I want to bring in Leighton Stewart? Do I really want to bring in Leighton? I don't know if I do. You know what? We'll bring it... Do I want to take Amlo off? I feel like wide attacking midfield is the issue, actually. I'm going to bring in Alex Myton, and we're going to give Erk a game. We'll see if Erk can do anything. We're throwing him into the fire here. Let's see if he rises like a phoenix, the young Turk, out on the right-hand side. Petersak to whip it in. Also, is Turk like the correct terminology for someone who's Turkish? I don't want to unintentionally offend anyone. Answers on it, please let me know. I think it's fine. It's just sometimes I know there are nationalities where you don't abbreviate it certain ways, so I don't want to offend anyone. So if I have offended anyone, I'm sorry. Maybe Erk can get us a goal though. Please get us a goal. Please get us. It'd be very nice. The ball's whipped in. It's gone over. It's also dawned on me. His name is actually Kursat Erk, as in that's his name on his shirt. Why would he not just have Erk on the back of his shirt? I don't know. Maybe he just wants to be different. Doesn't want people to be able to get the name on the back of his shirt cheaply. It makes us more kind of shirt money, I suppose, when we're selling it. Either way, on the pitch, Manchester United are shredding us apart, which I can't really be surprised about as we block it. Damani Grimes, get it away. Of course, Damani Grimes was released. I say released, he wasn't released. He was sold by Manchester United to Nottingham Forest years ago. This is his chance at redemption. It's not been a happy return, really, has it? I mean, we're still fighting away. But with 15 minutes left, I'm apprehensive of our odds here. Nice win, though. Right, Erk, what can you do? Look how small he is. He's tiny. He gives it to Amlo. The two youngsters link up and Finn Amlo. What a finish by the German. Erk on off the bench to get an assist. I love it. We've got a chance, everyone. We've got to take our opportunities, and Erk brings it forward here. Amlo makes a nice run, the ball through, but I'll tell you what, Amlo had a hell of a lot to do there, surrounded by so many players, and just smashes it into the top bins. He doesn't care, the number 23. Get his name on a shirt, Jack. Right, there's 10 minutes left here. With that in mind, we're going to go more attacking and we're going to demand more. Ball whipped in. Damani Grimes hits the post. Oh, that was a chance. It was offside. It wouldn't have counted. I don't know what's worse, seeing him hit the woodwork like that, or the goal actually being disallowed after I start celebrating. Time is just trickling away. There's 30 seconds here. Could we have a late counter-attack? That is what we have to hope for here, but it doesn't look very promising, does it, with United having the ball and, well, just dominating the play outside our box here. Reguilon to Nianzou. I mean, could we win it and hit them on the break? I want to believe. This can't just be a pointless highlight, Football Manager. Don't tease me like this. Can we do anything? We're just not having a touch of the ball. Time is just trickling. If this ends without a chance, I'm going to be annoyed. Okay, there is going to be a chance. It's Pierre Galini who heads it over or hits it over. Didn't head it. That's got to be that, right? I mean, 2-1 away at Manchester. I feel like that's an acceptable result, everyone. Maybe I need to up my aims, but you can see here, Erk got an assist. Shane Antoine as well came on off the bench and put in a really good performance. Of course, he's the player in on loan from Chelsea this year, just for a little bit of coverage as much as anything. You might wonder why I didn't play him at right back. It's because he's left-footed. I don't know why he plays right back and is left-footed. That feels like someone's messed him around there in training and got confused. Either way, that is the first game of today's episode. It's going to finish 2-1. We're going to be taking on a Liverpool side that just scraped a win against Brighton in the very next game. Can we get a better result over against them? It's going to be at home. We've been good there so far. Let's go see how we get on, shall we? Right, let's see if we can get a win this time around, shall we? We're taking on Liverpool at home. It's a drizzly day at the City Ground. Before we get into the game, though, I did just want to take a quick little look at the salaries per year in the Premier League. Of course, as a newly promoted team, it's always interesting to see where you kind of stack up. You can see here we have the second lowest wage budget, or wage total, I suppose, in the league at £51 million. That is half of Everton's wage budget, which is the kind of 8th highest in the league. But you can see here West Ham with their new owner up high, as are Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea and Man City, though, leading the way. Yeah, there's some eye-watering sums of money. Hopefully, we're going to be able to, overcome that obstacle. Another question that I got asked just on yesterday's episode was, Jack, what is the aim now? Park to Prem, you're in the Prem. So, series is done. That's not how it works. I wish that's how it worked. No, I don't. The aim with Nottingham Forest, obviously, I want to try and win a Premier League. A loftier goal I have is to match Clough's record of winning back-to-back Champions Leagues with Nottingham Forest. I think that would be a really cool goal to go for. This is a team that have won 2 Champions Leagues in 2 years. That is not an easy feat in Football Manager by any means, and it might take us a long time to work towards that. If we get to kind of, 10 years where I've just been bottling Champions League finals, it starts to drag on a little bit. So that is the kind of ultimate end goal. If we can achieve that, fan-blooming-tastic. Realistically, I would like to win a load of Premier Leagues and really create a legacy here at Nottingham Forest. We'll have to see whether or not we can achieve that. I feel like we're a little way off that legacy right now, but who knows? Maybe a good performance here against Liverpool can start getting something going. Anyway, worth noting, Brewster's back in the team for today's game. I realised that last episode I said, oh, no one's injured, it's all fine. That wasn't technically true. Ryan Brewster had been out with a twisted ankle. He failed a fitness test, so he wasn't available to play. He's back in the team for this match, though, after a week's break. Elsewhere, though, the team is kind of what you would expect. I'm sticking with Roger. I'm sticking with Damani Grimes. They've had a few questionable performances, you could certainly argue, especially last game. Peter Shaq as well. I need Piotr here to start stepping it up. He's been growing, though. I did notice this, actually. I should show. This is kind of amusing. He's been growing, everyone. Peter Shaq has gone from 15 jumping reach to 18 over the course of the last year and a half. So who said that kids can't grow? Who said that you can't teach people to jump like kangaroos? It's not true. He's a giant. And actually, I don't know how much he's actually grown by. That would be very interesting to see. Either way, he's turning into this towering centre-back that I'm hoping is going to become a bit of a battering ram from set pieces for us. And, speaking of battering rams, Amlo, fantastic goal in that last game. Need more from Finn like that today. Anyway, let's get into this game. Brewster might not last the whole game, but we've got options on the bench. Bit of rotation needed in terms of who's on the bench. I have now got Matt Smith available, who can slot in at right back after last episode, or not last episode, but last game where we didn't really have a natural right back, although it didn't cost us too much. But no, hopefully, good performance today. I'm looking at Seka, I'm looking at Finn, I'm looking at Adrian Smith. They're the 3 players who I feel like have carried us so far. If they put in standout performances, we have a chance. And that's all we can really hope for against the big dogs in our first season in the league. Very, very happy, though, with how well we did against United. I feel like we held our own. Anyway, they've got a chance here. Damani Grimes to head away. A long throw into the box by Gomez. It's now with Dodo out on the far side. Now with Ravella, who hits it. That's a good goal, isn't it? That's a good goal. Nicolo Ravella. 7 minutes gone. 1-0 Liverpool. Oh dear, João Felix to Dodo. I thought when we dealt with this here, kind of forced them out of the box, we were fine, but he hits it first time and it just rockets into the bottom corner. Well, it's a moment of quality, it would be fair to say. Unfortunately, with that, Liverpool do take this lead in this game, so we're going to have to fight back. Can we do it, though? Can we play our brand of football? High tempo, passing play, some very good technical players with the ball at their feet. Let's see how we fare, shall we? being backed into a corner that you have to save by Liverpool. There is no one available for the pass. But that ball to Smith is good, and it's now with Seka. He's not quick. He's got technique, though. And there it is, Steve Seka. Goal number 4 for the season. With that goal, he might surpass his league total kind of goal scored last year for us in the Championship. I'm not sure if the ball here was actually meant for Smith, but it fell to Adrian Smith. He's threaded it through to Seka, who finds himself through on goal. No one in support. The South African international strokes it into the bottom corner. And it is worth noting, Seka got in the Olympic Team of the Year, everyone. South Africa didn't go very far in it, so he was back for the start of the season, unlike AMLO. But yeah, he was in the Media Dream 11 for the Olympics. He's got quality. Anyway, what can we do here? Sarr whipping it in. Seka's there again. Stevie Seka, you big boy. It's 2-1 Forest. And Malang Sarr with his 10 crossing, with his 3rd assist of the year, if I'm not mistaken. He's done that a couple of times for us. Gives it to AMLO, who's playing that complete forward role, happy to drop in deep and pass it around. Players queuing up in the middle. Seka's there to nod it goalwards. Oh, he's busting some dance moves. I want to join in with the dancing. It's 2-1. We've had 2 shots. They've both gone in. I'm not going to complain one little bit. You know what? I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to encourage the lads. Probably should have paused the game to do that because now a highlight's begun. Liverpool pressing high, but when we break their press, they are very open and vulnerable in the middle. And that ball to AMLO is superb. Can he finish it? He dinks the keeper. Finn AMLO with his 4th goal of the season now. Oh my word. Our attackers are putting on a clinic. You can see here, Liverpool press so high up the pitch, but it just leaves this massive gap in the middle once we get the pass through. I think it was Ricketts, the £32 million man with the through ball. AMLO with the little dink. I said if he scored a hat-trick, I'd get a shirt with his name on the back. He's got 1 goal for us there. Should I be nervous? I'm not yet. Smith, free kick, bends it. Alisson Becker, huge stop to put it wide, but not a bad opportunity by any means for us. We've got a corner. Seka to take it. 2 goals to his name. Can he pick out a man for an assist? He can't. Damani Grimes, well, to be fair, he did pick out a man. Damani Grimes can't head the ball downwards. It's like how dogs can't look up at the sky. Damani Grimes can't head downwards. It's just a biological limit. Anyway, they've got a chance here. Easton with it. We can't get too carried away yet. There is still loads of time in this game and Liverpool have quality. Dodo out on this right-hand side. Crosses it low right across the penalty area. Oh my word. Joe Gomez playing left back today to put it back in. Rovella, the centre mid, nearly had his 2nd goal there. This time denied by the crossbar. We're holding on a little bit, but at half-time, it's 3-1, and we've not had a whole host of chances, but they've been very good chances when they've come, and we've taken them. We've shown some quality. I do look at players, to be fair, like Seka, like AMLO, as they score from a throw-in. I do look at those players and think, you know what? These are all guys who I think could play in, European football. I think they're that good, and they are young. Unfortunately here, it's a nicely worked set piece, to be fair. João Felix strokes it in to make it 3-2. I think that I might have to get shouty very early on here in the second half. We're going straight into another highlight, everyone. The back-to-back highlights. Brewster's picked up a knock. May have to take him off. Sarr on the overlap. Already 1 assist for the left-back. What can he do here? He whips it in. Bit too far this time. It goes to Smith. Regina now with it. Still plenty of men in the attack, although Regina gives it away. Could try and force a turnover if we can, but we can't. And now Dodo to bring the ball forward. The number 2 for Liverpool surging down on goal. Options in the middle as well for him to pick out. He's going to put it in. Llorente has a shot that's blocked. And we will attempt to go the other way, but I think that blocked shot there for Liverpool was the highlight. I think that is all that she wrote here. I don't want to look like an idiot now because it's not ending. Just stop the count. Dodo's through. Oh, we need a save. It's not going to come. I take it all back. First goal of the season for the right back. It's 3-3. They've scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Right, Brewster, get off the pitch. Get off the pitch. I'm just thinking about how I want to change things here. Because I kind of want to bring in Irk. but Seka can't play on the left and neither can Irk. AMLO, you can't play on the left either. Also, AMLO's either-footed. No, not mention that. He's a very freak of nature, isn't he? He's giant, either-footed, very, very good technically. Pause the game, Jack. Right, what are we doing here? I need to change things up. We're going to bring in Samake. I will say now, Samake, you've not been good enough. Finn's been great. Seka's been great. You need to step up. What you can't see is I'm very aggressively pointing at my monitor. Surely that's going to, you know, somehow transfer through to him. Anyway, I'm hoping this is just a pointless highlight whilst I make a sub. If Liverpool score a third goal in as many minutes, I might just curl up in a ball and cry everyone. Dodo's been a bit annoying, hasn't he, here? He's been a bit annoying. Make him extinct. Right. We'll make the changes. It's 3-3. I mean, you can't argue it's not been an entertaining match. Sarr, big long throw forward. Alisson's underneath it. Seka shoots. It falls to Samake. We'll take that. If they're going to score a throw-in, we'll score a throw-in too. And the pointing's worked. The pointing has worked, everyone. There you go. If you need a sub to make an impact, just point at your computer screen or your laptop screen. I think Seka will be given an assist there. It's very fortuitous the way it's fallen down, but we will take that. Having watched them score a throw-in, it feels quite nice to get one of our own. Now they've got a set piece. Rovella to Nico. It's blocked heroically. Who was that man? It was Piotr. Oh, I love you, Polish Peter. What a block by him. This is all action now. Rovella whips it in. Stokes collects. I feel like there's more goals in this game. I don't really want to change anything, though. We're creating plenty. They're playing... Look at this. What is this? They're playing a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-2-4. Absolutely no respect being shown here. Regina. Can he make something of a long throw? It's forward. Alisson Becker gets it away. Llorente hits it on 2. Now Liverpool maybe to look to break. With us throwing centre-backs forward and, you know, some of our giants forward on set pieces. We do leave ourselves a little open at the back. It's a bit of a risk versus reward thing, but we've got a chance here. Seka to Smith. Give it back to Seka. He does. He might be offside. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. The finish was stopped, but it wasn't offside. He actually timed his run to perfection. And that's why I'm a football manager player and not a linesman. Right, so what can we do here? What can we do here? Shorter throw this time. Samake's fouled. He's not, but Ricketts bends it in. I thought a penalty had been given, but I take it all back. It's 5-3 here. Owen Ricketts, he has a goal and an assist in this game. They thought we were going for the long throw. It's gone short to Samake. Dodo puts in a tackle. It falls to Ricketts, and the technique to wrap his foot around that into the bottom corner. It's 5-3, everyone. Right, time wait. Just waste as much time as you need to. One last shout of demand more. There's 4 minutes of added time. This would be a crazy win to get, and it's a win that we are going to get. What a result that is. We've rode our luck a little bit. We've put on a clinic. We've taken our opportunities. Seka with 2, Amlo with 1, Ricketts and Samake with goals in the second half, and after a little bit of a wobble when they pulled it back to 3-3, we steadied our nerves, we recomposed ourselves, and we get a win that means so much. In case you can't tell, I've enjoyed watching that. What a great result that is for us. Seka impresses. Oh my word. That's what you want to see. Seka got player of the match. Stevie, they've questioned you, mate. Look, we're going to keep training you. You're going to get quicker, I promise. But they're doubting him. And you need to stop doubting him, everyone. 5 goals, 2 assists. What a result that is. Brewster's injured for a week. It's not ideal. We've got Sheffield United in 2 days. Is that in the Cup? It is in the Cup. Sheffield United, I think, have started the Premier League season well. Looking at matches on the horizon, I'm not entirely sure when we're going to come back. We may come back for the Man City game at home. Maybe see if we can make lightning strike twice. Otherwise, yeah, we'll keep tabs on things. We'll see how things are shaping up. But I think that Man City game seems pretty tempting. Kind of looking at things as they are right now gives us a chance to play 8 games in all competitions and see how we're faring. But the early signs, albeit after only 6 games, are promising. We look like a Premier League club. We don't look like we're going to embarrass ourselves like Nottingham Forest did a few years ago where they got 18 points and 2 wins. I mean, we've got more wins than they got last time they were in the Premier League after 6 games, so I guess it's going well. Either way, I'm going to be riding on a high for the rest of the day off that result. Seka, praise him. Give him praise, everyone. What a player. Point at your screen at him. Anyway, I'm going to wrap things up here. I'm getting far too carried away. We'll be back again for the game against City tomorrow. Can lightning strike twice? You will have to tune in to find out. It is me, Jack. I will see you guys again very soon, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.